Well, folks, we're talking about CBD and we're talking about Skankfest. You know the boys are in the news again, never strangers to controversy. Gay conservative provocateur Milo Yiannopoulos invited on the Legion of Skanks. By the way, they didn't book him. His people reached out to them. That's how fucked he is. Not that they don't have a huge listenership, but, you know, Milo thought he was going to be at Radio City. He thought he was going to be touring theaters across America, spreading the good word. And everybody in Long Island City flipped out. Okay, they flipped out. So now, just like Amazon, Milo will not be in Long Island City. They've taken Amazon and Milo Yiannopoulos and they said, get the fuck out, go elsewhere. So there's that. And of course, Lewis has been doing a great job. Lewis is really in his element right now because he's just troll after troll after troll. People are trying to troll Lewis. You cannot troll Lewis. What are you doing? Lewis is having so much fun right now. I love reading his Twitter. And there's these comics that are arguing with him. And I use that term very loosely. People that are very offended. They're very offended because they moved to New York City to be comics. 10 years later, that wasn't working. So they became, air quotes, writers. 5 years later, that wasn't working. So they became Twitter activists, and they don't have the good sense to move to Austin and drink themselves to death. So they're still slogging around trying to sell condos or walk dogs or whatever the fuck they're doing. But here's what you're not doing. Anything relevant. Nothing relevant. It's over. Pack it up. Have some, how do you show up to the family holiday and even bring up your shitty, Jeremy here is a comedian. You're not. You've never been paid $1 to make anyone laugh. Curtains, close the door, walk away. Anyway, but what you should do, even if you are one of those failures, is, what they need more than anybody is some CBD. They need some CBD. They don't want to face what reality is. CBD is great. It has all the active ingredients except the psychoactive ingredients in marijuana that get you high, okay? Companies have spent billions of dollars trying to keep this stuff out of the market because it does really work. Everyone I know uses it. There's so many ways to use it. There's a topical cream. It's great for sore muscles. CBD gummies with CBD and melatonin. You can go to sleep. They're great AM pills, CBD and caffeine, so you get that boost in the morning, but you're not jittery. Okay, CBD works for me, and research shows it helps people with a variety of different ailments, including pain management, anxiety, insomnia, and more. Okay, why are you anxious? Because you're a 40-year-old dog walker. That's why you're anxious. Why do you need to manage your pain? Because you walk dogs at 40. You've done nothing with your life. Folks, they're doing something really cool. Every week leading up to Skankfest, Infinite CBD will be giving out a pair of tickets, which is a $450 value, plus $200 Infinite CBD bundle pack for free to a lucky fan. Just go to infinitecbd.com/Skankfest. Infinite CBD. And now I don't even really listen to other podcasts except my own. When I put out an episode, I listen to it 6 or 7 times throughout the week. And that is my healthy dose of podcast because I've tried to listen to other people besides myself. No one has it. You know what I mean? So I don't know if you're listening to other podcasts, but why? But I'm going to listen to the Legion of Skanks Milo episode because these people have brought it to, I wouldn't have even known this was happening. Like most people, but now it's going to be one of their biggest episodes. It's going to be huge because, all of these people still don't understand that if you don't like something, you can really just ignore it and it goes away. This isn't World War II. This isn't fucking, your life doesn't matter. Your thoughts have no value. Nothing you say or do matters. Stop thinking you're in a movie. You're in a Russian novel. You're appropriating the language of the civil rights movement to talk about a podcast guy. I must speak up now. We must stand together. Shut the fuck up. You're a failed improv troupe. Okay? I want an Amazon to come in here and bulldoze you people with fucking Boston Dynamics robots go in there and fucking chuck you people into the East River and fucking Ocasio-Cortez and all her infinite wisdom. Now you guys are just going to be vaping for the next 30 years. InfiniteCBD.com/Skankfest. Thank you. Folks, how many times do I have to tell you to come see me live? I mean, how many times Everyone who comes to see me live has a great time. It's a good event. It's a fun experience, okay? It gets you out of your home, away from your wife and children and family, or maybe you can bring them. I don't care. But it breaks up the routine. It's a nice thing to do. When I come through your town, treat it like an event. Treat it like a special thing. Here comes this con man. Here comes this grifter. Let him sling his jokes. Here comes this guy selling an elixir that will cure all of our ailments. That's who I am. I'm just a grifter. I'm just a Depression era tent, circus, carnival salesman. That's all I am. All I am, and I'm very happy being that. All I am is the ringmaster of the circus. I'm coming through your town. We're pitching the tent. We're bringing in the bearded lady. We're bringing in the baby in the jar. We're bringing in the half guy, half snake. Okay? All of those things, all of those people, me. So make sure you get out and you come. If you want to see where I'm performing, you can go to timdillonsgoingtohell.com. Tim, T-I-M, Dillon, D-I-L-L-O-N-S, goingtohell.com. There is no is in this site. And I want you to look at this site because I made it using Wix. Wix is so fucking easy. Okay, if you need a website, and you do, you can choose from either 500 stunning templates or start from scratch. They have a very innovative drag and drop website builder, so you can easily customize your site. You can add text, images, videos, whatever you want. You can even use their Wix ADI, which is literally fucking futuristic, wild stuff. You answer a few questions about what your website should be, and they're going to give you some options. I'm telling you, this is how to do it. If you want 10% off any of their premium plans, you have to go to timdillons, D-I-L-L-O-N-S, goingtohell.com. See where I'm performing. I'm going to be at Mohegan Sun in June. I'm going to be all over the place. I'm going to be at American Comedy Company in San Diego in early August, the 1st through the 3rd in San Diego. Get your asses there. In July 4th, I think I'm going to be down in Key West, Florida, or in Miami. We're still firming that up. We're not sure. But you need a website. So many people I talk to think that everything is social media. So much is social media, but you need a website. You do need a website. Everybody that's important has a website. Kylie Jenner has a maybe not a Wix website, doesn't matter. You're not Kylie Jenner. You start with Wix. You start with a cheap, functional, very professional looking alternative. You want to be Kylie Jenner. You got to be on top of your shit. You have to be. You need a website. You need your content out there in one place so that people can go, what's this guy about? You need fans from all across the spectrum. There's going to be boomers that are going to be your fans. Boomers, the people who raped this country, took all the money, took all the drugs, destroyed our credit rating, destroyed our credibility in the world. These people, they're happy and fat and drunk all the time, playing golf on cheap borrowed credit. They've ruined this country. They've hollowed it out from the inside. They were given everything and did nothing with it, but you need them as fans. And many of them love a website. They love the comfort of a website. They like to go to a place that has all of your links. They're not on Twitch. The boomers aren't on TikTok. The boomers are at home drinking sangria. They've barricaded themselves in the bathroom because their son is trying to get in there and steal the rest of their back medication, which is their fault because they didn't accept him because he was gay. But while they're in that bathroom calling the police, they're on a website trying to find someone that they like and want to follow. They're not on these new fangled apps that everybody knows. They're not watching. So you got to connect with the boomers. They're out there. They're going to retire soon. They're going to just be annoying in 55 and over communities and nursing homes, shitting on the floor, watching Fox News and screaming, but they will pay for your podcast if you can find them. And they got to find you. And they're going to find you on a website. They're not going to find you necessarily on Twitter. They don't like Twitter. It moves too fast. They like a nice website. They like Facebook. They love Facebook. All Facebook is now is knee operations and dead dogs, just dog carcasses, people eulogizing their dogs. This is what it is. GoFundMes and pictures of people's grandfather who served in the Civil War. They're old people. They love Facebook because it's a website. So if you want to reach them, and they're a huge demographic, and they're underserved by current cultural commentary. Not really, but I'm saying if you want to connect with them, if you have a product that will connect with them, okay, like racism or something they'll really get into, you got to get a website, folks. You do. So if you go to Tim Dillon's, Dillon's, goingtohell.com and click the link at the bottom, we will give you 10% off any premium plan. Be smart. Also, I've said, and I have already some people noted that have done this, you'll get 3 minutes on the show. If you do this and you prove to me that you've done it, you get 3 minutes on this show to promote whatever you're doing. We have an audience of tens of thousands of people. Whatever you're doing, you can promote it on this show, whether it's a business, whatever. You get 3 minutes and maybe longer if we like you, minimum 3 minutes uninterrupted to promote what you're doing on the show. And then we will ask you follow-up questions. And that is if you can prove to me you went to Tim Dillon's, Dillons, goingtohell.com, scroll down to the bottom, chose a premium plan, okay, got 10% off. If you prove to me that you did it through my website or you upgrade your current Wix site through my website, I will give you 3 minutes on this show to promote whatever you're doing. All right, everybody, this is Tim Dillon here. I know this episode is a little old. The great Ron Bennington at Moontower. I know maybe some of you are aware of the Milo Gate, Milo Yiannopoulos, invited by the Legion of Skanks, the most offensive podcast on earth, to be a guest on their show at the Creek in the Cave in Long Island City. And we had many, many open mic comedians between the ages of 40 and 50 whose careers have not gone exactly the way they planned, getting very angry at Luis Gomez and others, and then tweeting and yelling and screaming and threatening to beat people up and put on our stomping boots, and we're going to go down there and fuck them up. And I will say this. It would be hilarious to see Luis get attacked by two fat lesbians with green hair. If Ralph got hit with a bike lock, come on. If Dave Smith fought a tranny outside of the creek with nunchucks, you're telling me you couldn't laugh at that? But sadly, we will not see that. None of that will materialize because it is being moved to an undisclosed location because people cannot handle a guy who I think is a clown and has said some ridiculous things, but they can't handle him sitting in the downstairs at a Mexican restaurant for an hour with Legion of Skanks. Last year, Milo Yiannopoulos was on Bill Maher's show. He thought he was going to be doing Radio City. He's at the Creek in the Cave. That is the punishment, by the way. The punishment is to have him sit there and say, this is where it's at, okay? So that's the reality. That's my little take on things. If you are angry about somebody sitting down and being interviewed on a podcast in a Mexican restaurant, you are an irredeemable loser. There's nothing that can be done really to help you. And I know that, and listen, there are people that I respect as comedians that I think are funny, that take a different viewpoint as me. Are they irredeemable losers? Probably. If you're afraid, you do not vanquish people's ideas by vanquishing people. If you don't agree with somebody, you debate them. You give them the opportunity to hang themselves. You show that your ideas are better. Because the only thing that's left is violence and fighting, which again could have been fun and funny, but won't happen now. But I'm not a fighter. I'm a lover. I'm actually just a talker. But if you wanted to be a lover, you should take Blue Chew. Many of you are running around. Your dicks don't work. I try to fuck 19-year-olds all the time. They've been on medication since they're children for anxiety, for depression. Their dicks aren't hard. They get halfies. They rub their dick against you. They just want to cuddle. They're so broken as people. Their spirits have been trampled. They can barely take lights and sensory motion going on. They just lay there like Adderall puppies. So they need a little boost, and the boost is Blue Chew. If you go to BlueChew.com, you can get the first chewables with the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis. Chewables can work faster than pills, up to twice as fast, okay? Less hearing me talk in that case. The chewables from Blue Chew can be taken on a full or an empty stomach. You go online. A consultation with a physician is free. It is cheaper than the other two. It only takes a few minutes to connect with a Blue Chew affiliated physician. Are they real doctors? Who cares? It doesn't matter. Yes, probably they are. The point is this: there's no in-person doctor visit. You don't have to see a fancy doctor with a degree hanging on his wall. You get to speak to a Russian bot who will say that you need this medication and then give it to you. These chewables from Blue Chew are prescribed online by a doctor, in quotes. Blue Chew gives you confidence every time in bed. You and your partner are going to love it. I'm telling you, especially if you're on 90 medications just to function, the dick doesn't work. It's very, very tough to get a real hard dick when you're older and you know the terror of what life really is because you're riddled with anxiety. Who knows? So a great deal for you. Visit BlueChew.com and get your first order free when you use promo code TD. Just pay $5 shipping. That's BLUEChew.com, promo code TD. BLUChew.com, promo code TD. First $5 shipping, first order free. Bam!